right now. Hello everyone, and welcome to DevNote Volume 11, which will be covering a preview for the hotfix 1.0.7. This was released today. Greetings, Descendants. This is the director of the First Descendant. Today I'm here to share a preview about hotfix 1.0.7. We're aiming to release hotfix 1.0.7 on Tuesday, August 13th, as we need additional time to verify some issues. In the meantime, I'll share some key updates in this hotfix. So on Tuesday, we'll have an official video on this. First, we're adjusting the option for the infiltration operations on hard mode. The grappling hook disabled and jump disabled option will be removed from the selection list. Additionally, the selected all option will no longer be deselected when changes are made after selecting in all options. Moreover, we're planning to further improvements to infiltration operations on hard mode in Season 1. This includes removing occupation tasks and focusing more on eliminations. We're also replacing random combinations of options with preset selections and expanding matchmaking parameters. So, very cool. So if you go into the infiltration operations, I was actually running with a friend and we had jump disabled, and there were times where we sort of needed to have the extra jump to get past things. It was a little bit difficult. Glad they were removing that. And what they're talking about objectives, occupation tasks. So there's like a circle. That sounds like they're going to be removing those from those options and just focusing more on ad density and clearing. Very cool stuff. Next, let's talk about content adjustments. We're going to be adding some extra time for you to choose restart option after completing intercept battles, and special operations and infiltration operations for your preference. Restart with squad and restart alone buns will be provided. Cool, so they're extending the time because sometimes that timer I think is a 1 minute. Sometimes that takes is too quick for you to restart. Glad they're extending the time. And if you're in a squad, you can restart with squad, or you can just go by yourself, leave. So that's cool. Additionally, we're making characters invincible when standing on hazardous arenas after intercepts are done, making us the use of the construction device more convenient. So for those who've experienced it before, if you're going against Devour or Deadbright in those toxic areas, sometimes he drops those toxic pools and you're standing it and you're like getting hit. They're going to give you invincibility for that, so that is pretty cool. The difficulty of the Frostwalker mechanic will be adjusted so you can enjoy the Void Intercept battle through public matchmaking more easily. Okay, so a little bit of readjustments for Frostwalker as well. It's nice. In special operations, AFK players will be moved automatically to the abort section during interim review. Also, monsters' HP will be reduced and more ammo will be dropped easily in Void Fusion reactors. Okay, so more ammo. Yeah, because we did run into a few issues where we ran out of ammo, and that's why I sort of go with Enzo for that, just to give the infinite ammo. But I'm glad they're fixing that. Monster spawn intervals are shortened in the Void Fragment's poison attribute located in Echo Swamp. They're like, oh yeah, we've had this talk a lot of times, especially when we're trying to do those Void Fragments. They just take a long time to spawn in. It's very annoying, so people go to the White Knight Gulch area. So there looks like they're fixing that issue, which is nice. We're also addressing the issue where weapon proficiency is not gaining from equipped weapons when using unique weapons, such as during Luna's stage presence. Yeah, I did notice that. I wanted to actually mention that in my video, on my Luna video, but I forgot to mention it. But yeah, if you have her weapon out and you have weapons, you get no XP. No XP. So it was like, I want to get her buffs, but I want to also level up my weapons. So I'm glad they're addressing that issue. Lastly, we have a usability improvements. We'll enhance your farming experience with several improvements in hotfix 1.0.7. We're adding a feature that allows you to quickly identify key information about your equipment by looking at icons in the inventory. You'll be able to see how many ultimate options an item has without opening its tooltip and identifying the attributes and archetypes of the reactors through icons. Additionally, we're speeding up the tooltip display to help you sort valuable items more efficiently. I'm going to be looking forward to that change. One last thing, from previous patch notes, we were discussing plans to support build diversity. We noticed discussions in the community about whether socket types needs to be assigned 11 times for each loadout page. Rest assured, we're aiming to support build diversity in a more user-friendly manner. If you prefer to use the same socket type across the loadouts page 1, 2, and 3, your current setup will remain unchanged. Socket types assignment will only be required if you want different socket types for each loadout. So, that is that, chat. For those who want to, right now, there's different loadouts that you can have, but you're sort of limited to what your current mods are set up, so that limits you. So like actually in my video I had a mod with had crit damage. It was like a triangle symbol, but everything else was not that. And so they're going to look into getting that a little bit more optimized, so you can have different type of builds and all that, which is going to be nice. The First Descent aims to be a long time beloved game. To achieve this, we're committed to improving the game in ways that resonate with you. We deeply appreciate everyone in our communities, and we continue to strive to provide more enjoyable content. Thank you. So there we go. Very short, sweet, but we'll be getting more information on Tuesday. But this should be a good summary of what's going on there. It sounds like there's going to be more details, but this is just like a tip of the iceberg situation. But sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing especially the builds loadout, because people have been asking me about builds and all that, so that should help with that. But very cool stuff. Looking forward to Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. All right.